Hi there, it's Alan here, back in my electronics cave, and I've built out the next stage of my digital to analog converter. So there's two parts to this stage. The first part is a really important part, actually. It's a buffer circuit. So I've got perfectly clean digital output signals, bitstream digital output signals, coming from the logic chips in this digital to analog converter. But actually, it's really important that those signals are extremely clean, and not only that, they've also got very strong edges and extremely precise voltages. So I've used two chips here, which are actually clock chips designed for distributing clock circuits, because what better to distribute high frequency, very precise digital signals. And secondly, I've then started to build out the analog filter stage here. And actually now, if we have a look at this, what I can see here on those various different signals is the middle two lines. Those are actually a positive and a negative going version of the digital to analog conversion signal. That way, basically, effectively, I can cancel out any noise between those two signals, and once I convert it into the analog stage by using an operational amplifier. And the top signal is actually the analog output. So, okay, the analog output looks a bit strange at the minute. That's obviously because I'm looking at high frequency things here. So let's see what I can do. If I now switch this to a 1 millisecond time base, suddenly you can see that the top signal looks an awful lot like a sine wave. And actually this is a 1 millisecond per division sampling rate. So actually that is a 1 kilohertz sine wave. Now don't worry about the noise. That's just because I've got oscilloscope probes hooked all over the place on here. And basically the grounding on this board at the moment is a complete nightmare. So I'm just injecting digital signals straight back into a high impedance analog output. So I'm not surprised that looks pretty horrendous at the minute. But that will look really, really good once it's all been cleaned up. And so I'm really looking forward to just finalising the circuit. The only bits left to do now is to complete the power supply circuitry, add the output buffers, and then we're done.